Alright, so we're back in the world of Mandragora, and today guys, I'm going to be showing you some of the best armor sets to farm in Mandragora. Each of these armor sets are going to be a little bit of something for everyone. I'm going to give something for mages, something for dex players, something for those heavy armor users, some jewelry here and there, and some weapons that are actually really damn solid. I'm going to be showing you exactly where you can find them and the best NPCs to farm them from, and just give you some really solid options that I think a lot of players are going to really enjoy with these really powerful armor sets. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's dive right on into the video. First thing first, let's talk about the cut purse cape as well as the treasure seeker. Now these two items are going to be something you get a lot later into the game. I know this video is going to be structured around just from pretty much the beginning all the way to the end, but this is going to be one of the closer to the end game items, but it is super important and it's something I want to bring up first. The cut purse cape is going to give you 20% item drop chance as well as 15% enemy gold drop chance with 2 armor, and then the treasure seeker is going to give you 20% item drop chance as well. Now obviously this is going to be super good for farming because you're going to get 40% item drop chance, and I'm going to be honest with you, it is significant. I went from taking an hour to farm one armor set to getting it within like 10 minutes. Like, it is a significant increase, and it's something that's going to make farming super efficient when you're going for all these armors in this video. The caveat to this is it requires you to be here at the Travelers Camp to buy it from this NPC here. And if you can't tell from the distance from the beginning, this is relatively far into the game, and this is where you're going to have to pay for it at. So it is going to be a little bit tough. All you need to do is talk to the lady over there on the right side, and then you'll be able to purchase it from, not this guy actually, from this guy here. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, it's just too good of an item not to mention, and it's going to be a purchase that you need to get in the long run, especially if you're going to be playing the game a little bit, a little bit longer. Now, of course, you can finish the cut purse set if you want to here, but just keep in mind, it's not like that integral in terms of for the farming portion of things, but yeah, you can get it here if you want to. All right, next let's talk about the assassin set. So you can see here with the assassin set, this is one relatively cool looking set, and a set that's going to be very focused towards characters who want to do something of a dexterous playstyle that may use a little bit of magic or spirit magic with it. As you can see here, the chest comes with dex, spirit, and power. The helmet comes with move speed, crit damage, and armor. The hands come with armor, move speed, and crit damage. 2 MS pieces, which is pretty insane. This is going to be like making you super mobile. And then of course the assassin's greaves are going to come with power, spirit, and endurance. You also can get the blood weep from it, from where you farm the NPC, which goes with the set, which will have a power dex scaling, which kind of makes sense with the set, seeing that you're going to have a combination of those things as it has power and dex on it. So yeah, this is going to be a great one-hand option with a really dexterous set with some decent poison, okay weight overall. Now, where can we farm this armor set? Well, coming over here to the castle, you're going to be going to the upper quarters, and this is going to be by far the best part to find it, because when you walk through the doors here, you're going to spawn on the other side, and there will be a guy with a crossbow to the left and the guy who can drop the armor to the right. He is something of a fairly tough mob, generally speaking. He's like very dexterous and fast, those poison darts, and then you can just face off against him and farm him up. It took me roughly 30 minutes with the magic find to get it. He was not dropping it for me. I guess my tip would be to log out and log back in, because he started to drop it after I logged out and logged back in. It could be a placebo effect or something, who knows. But for the most part, just farm him. He's going to give you this armor set, and it is a immaculate armor set. It feels really good. Now for my mages out there, we have the Frost Mage set. Now as you can see, the Frost Mage set is very much a very mana focused set that has a combination of good knowledge and power. The chest here has knowledge, defense, and vigor, all really good stats. You're not going to need a lot of vigor, and this gives you just enough that I feel like when you're having light armor that it works really well. This one's going to have armor, power, and mana, a big mana, 50 mana, and a big 5 power, which is really good. The gloves have mana once again, as well as power, some really valuable stats. And the legs have armor, dex, spirit, and defense. I don't love the legs specifically because I don't like the dex on it. But I mean, I'm sure it's fine. You're going to be right next to a dex on the talent tree anyway, so maybe you grab some points there. Whatever the case is, this is a really solid armor, so you can probably swap out the legs for something else. So where can we find this armor set? This is going to be at the Dracodin Citadel entrance. And as you run over here to the left, you will notice a frost mage as well as a dog here that you can kind of beat up on that will drop you this armor set. Now, one very important thing to note about this mage here is that she actually has a mana potion in her loot pool. And if you're actively farming her for this set, which you're probably going to be using for a mage build, so it's really nice to farm because you're going to actually be getting a good amount of mana potions while you're farming for this set. It took me roughly 20 minutes with the pieces, again with the pieces that helped me get drop chance. It took me roughly 20 minutes to get the full set because she does require a full 4 set, and her pool is pretty steep when it comes to the items within it. But it is still a really solid set that I think it has a lot of use case with the really high mana that it has with it. Now the Bloodbound set is a medium armor set. It's really focused around male, so it's not super heavy and it's not like the most lightest. But as you can see here, it comes with a very unique perk that I don't see on many armor pieces. That is Armor Pin with Dex. This is a really nice combo for those dual dagger builds that want a little bit more defensiveness. On the helmet, it has 25 stamina as well as 10% crit chance, which is a pretty massive number if you ask me, with really good stamina. It doesn't come with gloves. That's going to be up to you. There's plenty of really good gloves that have certain effects, which I'm actually really happy about because a lot of times gloves have effects that can be more beneficial towards your build. And just to give you an example of this, let's say you want to play like a bleed build, for example. These mercenary gauntlets can have bleed damage on it, and in a lot of cases, a lot of the gloves have like poison or bleed or something on that, and so it's actually pretty decent that it doesn't have a glove set, so it keeps it a little bit open-ended. You have the armor pin, you have the stamina, you have the crate, and then you can kind of build around the element that you want. Now while we're going over the other set, we're going to go over this one as well, because these two armor sets can be farmed in the exact same location, so that's like a double whammy armor set, and that's the hollow set. And you'll probably notice through most of the footage I'm using this armor set, and that's because it's really broken in my opinion. And as you can see, the hollow plate armor set has 30 armor, 6 constitution, 5 defense, and 4 vigor. Vigor is going to help you with your weight. Defense is going to be super defensive. Constitution, more HP, and then it has 22.5 poison, 8 armor. This is 8 weight, sorry, and this is really defensive. You just never get staggered when you have the full set. The helmet gives you armor, defense, and HP, 80 whopping HP, which is ridiculous. The hands give you defense and HP as well, and then the legs will give you more armor, defense, and vigor, giving you a lot of like utility. And the other thing that's kind of broken with this is the sword. The same NPC drops this sword as well, and it has a scaling strength sword with super high stagger and really good damage. Like, this thing is ridiculous. It's like one of the best scaling weapons I found in the entire game at this point. I'm a little bit further on than where you find this piece, but at the time I didn't find anything nearly as good as this in terms of what it can do. And yeah, it's really nice. Gonna be good for those strength characters who really want to man fight enemies and still have a lot of like defensiveness. So it's really nice. Now, where can you find both of these armor sets? You're gonna be able to find it in the upper quarters. Now, once you get to the upper quarters, you're gonna run across and jump across, and there will be the guy who drops the first armor set. He's going to be there, and you can just kill him a couple of times, and as you're farming for the next set, which is going to be the hollow set, and then as you run by, there will be 2 of these knights that will spawn. This can be a little bit hard to deal with depending on your build, because they are actually bleed immune, burn immune, physical resistance, and they are very resistant to poison. That's why, generally speaking, they're really hard to kill. But you can kill 2 of them here, and they both have a chance to drop every single one of these items that we saw here today. So this is going to be the perfect location for getting both of the armor sets. So 2 for 1, really great armor set. I'm still using it to this day despite having some really solid armors available in the game. So yeah, make sure you go pick those up. Alright, next, in the final armor set that's going to be within the castle is the Halberdier armor set. And this one's too good not to mention as well, because it comes with a complete set and a cape. As you can see with the chest, it comes with strength, dex, and constitution. This is going to be good for those hybrid weapons. Typically like the greatsword weapons that are a little bit more faster. You're going to use that with it. Armor, dex, defense, which is really nice. Armor, dex, endurance, which is nice. And then you're going to get armor, strength, endurance, and defense, which is super good. And then the cape, which is, I think, is the best. It's going to give you 3 armor and just straight up 15% physical resistance. And I'm going to be utilizing this pretty heavily on my final build for the current build I'm running with my Fire Vanguard hybrid right now. And this cloak is super good. I think it's one of the best cloaks for like more physical characters. And yeah, it's definitely something you want to pick up. Now, where can we find this? It's going to be at the Briar Castle left wing. And as you come in here, you're going to run to the right, and you will notice the guy here with the cloak is the first one that you face off against. He has a halberd, he has the armor set that you're looking at, and he's going to be the one that you need to actually farm. The guy to the right of him is also the one that drops hollow plate as well, so if you're looking to farm these two armors specifically, you can come here and farm him in the hollow plate. You'll just have less options, seeing that the other location has the other armor set and it has two of him. You'll have this guy, and then his armor set, he has 5 pieces, so they actually drop relatively commonly. But yeah, you can come here to the left wing and then farm these two, and you know, get yourself a really solid armor set. Both of them are really solid, and I think the castle has some of the best armors in the entire game. And there you have it, guys. Those are some of the best armor sets, weapons, and just jewelry that's I think are available in the game that's relatively accessible. I try to focus on things that the player can go actively farm, not necessarily look for a recipe and then find crafting resources, things like that. No, I wanted to give you something you can just go run to, pick up, and find after killing a few mobs. I felt like that would be really good for the player. If you would like something more specific towards recipes, I can do a video like that too. But I wanted to give you some really solid options that you can pick up. They were very heavily in the castle. The castle has some of the best armor options, but yeah, I think these were really good. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, consider leaving me a like. That really helps get the video out, and it helps me out immensely. If you want to further support the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be covering pretty much every ARPG that launches in 2025, and probably cover a lot of the other games that you play. I'm a variety creator, so I do cover a lot of games. So yeah, consider subscribing. I'm going to give you a lot more guys in other games that you're probably going to be. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next Mandragora video very soon.